Hey planners, it's Teo Shantae Plans and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be planning the week of April 12th to the 18th and using this gorgeous, I think this is the Sakura kit from Saucy Stickers Co. I just keep calling it the Cherry Blossom kit because I am terrible at pronouncing that word and I constantly feel like I'm saying it incorrectly. But anywho, I'm so obsessed with this kit and I love how this spread came together. I think it's so gorgeous. And I really love cherry blossoms. I just think they're beautiful. So starting by putting down the bottom washi, which was this gorgeous wood grain with the cherry blossom petals all over it. Absolutely stunning. And then I decided it did come with like a top strip of like bow washi, which was really pretty, but I wanted something a little bit different. And so I decided to use these are the thin damask washi strips from Bloom Paper Studio, and so I'm just placing them down side by side to sort of create like a long strip with them, and I love the way that came out. And now I picked up these cherry blossom date dots from Sadie Stickers when she was having a cherry blossom themed $2 Tuesday, and I knew I was going to get use out of them because I have like 4 I think cherry blossom kits, and so I definitely knew I was going to get some use out of these cherry blossom themed date dots. Plus, I think they would be cute even with a non-cherry blossom themed kit. But I put down the date dots and then set down my date covers. And now I'm just alternating between the wood grain headers and the bow headers from the kit and just taking that all the way across all of the days. And once I have my headers down, I'll get started building my sidebar. I went into my reusable sticker book because I always like pulling in any leftover stickers from there. If they match your coordinator, I think it would work well with the spread. And so I pulled in a few things that I thought would be fun to create sort of a little layering cluster for my header section at the top of my sidebar. And I pulled in this little clipboard, which was from a leftover from a Two Little Bees kit, and then this deco with the watch and the coffee were leftovers from the Sweet Planner. And then I'm also adding in these florals from JK Creates Co, and I'm just layering those and tucking them behind the little clipboard. Then I'll put the April script from Rose Color Days on top of there. And that is how I decided to mark my month, which was a lot of fun. I just had fun playing around with just some layering there. And sometimes it's fun to just like pull pieces together. Once I have that down, I'm using a cherry blossom divider from Sadie Stickers and then placing down the quote box, which says, you will fully bloom after all the hardships, which is a beautiful quote. I'm tucking one of the Bloom Paper Studio damask washi strips underneath the bottom of the quote so that it just like sort of peeks out like a cute little trim underneath there. And then I'm placing down the habit trackers, which is really interesting because typically I switched up my order of what I did in my sidebar for this week, because typically I'll do like my work from home section right underneath the quote box, but this week I guess I was feeling fancy and decided to go with the habit trackers first, and then I'm placing down the section where I'll keep track of my dinners. And I always try to keep this somewhat centered on the page. I never put that all the way at the bottom just because I'm left-handed and I have to do a lot of writing in that box throughout the week as I'm marking down what I have for dinner each day, and my hand falls off the side of the page because I'm left-handed. So I always try to keep that either towards the top or towards the middle to make it a little bit easier for me to write. At the bottom, I did mark what week it was for working from home, but the way I marked it, I'm going to change that box. So I just skipped over that in editing and we'll come back to that in just a few moments. All right, now let's get into our day by day. Moving on to Monday, I started by putting down a half box to mark approving my time card and a meeting for work. And I did this week in what I call my plan as I go style of planning. And what I do with that is that typically I'll start like on Sunday evening and I'll plan out what's going to happen usually for Monday and Tuesday, and sometimes I'll know a little bit of Wednesday what's going to happen, and then like usually like on Wednesday I'll go back and fill out some things for either Wednesday and Thursday or Thursday or Friday, and then I may pop it back into my planning on Thursday or Friday and plan out the weekend. And that's generally what happens when I do sort of what I call my plan as I go style, where I plan multiple days throughout the week in my planner and just sort of mark down things that I'm expecting that are sort of pre-plans for the coming week, just for what I know for the upcoming next couple of days. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, so I marked down my work stuff, but then I shifted that down because I realized I wanted to get up before work and get in a workout. On Monday, I continued doing the lunch salad challenge that I've been doing with my friend Tiffany, who is Tiff's Planet on Instagram and YouTube. And we've just been basically eating salads for lunch each day, and we'll text each other pictures of the salad that we're having to help keep each other accountable. And it's just been really fun, and a great way of just sort of correcting some eating habits while at home and putting on quarantine weight. I gotta catch up. Marked some skincare and then working on a planner project, which it's so funny because like at the time that I was working on the spread, I wasn't yet talking about the planner project that I was working on because I couldn't reveal it yet, but it was the Sweet Planner and Shantae Plans collab is what I was working on. So on to Tuesday, I started by marking $2 Tuesday with a little scalloped fancy box from Bloom Paper Studio. And then underneath the full box, I marked something for work. I used a work script from Netty Designs. I was just replying to some emails. That's all I was marking there. Used one of those, the Peony Squiggle. That's what it's called. Peony Squiggle from the Pretty Pink Co. And then I marked editing my April monthly spread, which I still have not had a chance to upload. I really did just some jumping around. I'm realizing that now. Sorry. As I'm doing this voiceover, I'm like looking at my planner in front of me so that I can see and know what's going to come next. So I know what to say in this voiceover. But then I'm also trying to look back at the screen and realizing I did a lot of jumping around when I was planning this, because as I was saying, I did this in sort of my pre-planning style. And so, I think I started off by just marking things I knew was going to happen and then started filling in things, that I was expecting to happen as I was planning this week out. And so back to Tuesday, I did mark cooking dinner, and the little pots and pans is from Crafts by Towie, layered over one of those vine stickers from Honey Inked and a page flag from the kit. Did get a chance to talk to Ray that day, and that was probably because we had a plans change episode coming up that weekend, and so we always like to make sure we're touching base with each other throughout the week, start planning what kind of questions and topics we're going to go over, and get an idea of what we'll be discussing in the show. Moving back to my sidebar, this is where I decided to swap out that box, and that was because of the box I used to mark $2 Tuesday. So I have the square scallop boxes from Bloom Paper Studio in both sizes, which I really love, and I used the smaller size to mark my $2 Tuesday and then the larger size to mark my work from home in the sidebar. And I just thought it made such a beautiful statement, and I loved the scallops, and I thought those two boxes coordinated well with each other. So that was why I ended up swapping that out. On to Wednesday, which I started by marking my midweek post with a Instagram icon from Netty Designs, another one of those peony squiggles, and then in a half box and that Crafts by Towie sticker sheet icons. I was creating my wish list for the PBC sale. Yes, the PBC sale was that weekend, and there were so many cute things that I knew I wanted to pick up. And so I wanted to kind of get my strategy together and figure out, okay, what exactly do you want? And what's your budget going to be for this? That was what I was working on. Underneath there, I used one of the florals from JK Creates Co. layered over one of the circles from the kit, and then another one of those cute little laptop icons from Crafts by Towie, just to mark a report I need to turn in for work. Underneath there, I added another one of those cherry blossom dividers from Saucy Stickers, popped down to where I'd placed the full box at the bottom of the column and trimmed the top of it with one of those damask thin washi strips from Bloom Paper Studio. Dude, try saying that name 3 times fast. Not easy. Used one of these cute little quarter boxes from the kit. That little money sack icon is from Crafts by Towie, and I used that just to mark calling my bank. And then Underneath there, I used a layering arrow from the kit and those cute little pens from Crafts by Tally, one of the newest of her icons that I've picked up recently, and it's one of my favorites. It's such an interesting thing because it's just like a cute little bundle of pens, but I just think it's so adorable. And I use that just to mark that I was working on creating questions for the upcoming episode of Plans Change. Moving to the second half of my spread, and I just wanted to start by scattering my full boxes, so I had an idea of where I was going to place those. Oh my gosh, and I'm just noticing I'm using, these are my actually nail decal tweezers. I'd lost my tweezers and I still cannot find them. I know they're in my room somewhere. Oh God. Okay. So what happened was, sorry, I just realized because I'm marking it here. I picked up my new laptop from the office. And when I did that, so when we go back to working in the office, what they've decided is they want us to stay permanently on laptops and not have desktops anymore. And so, I was switching out my temporary work from home laptops. They wanted to switch me into my permanent one. And my boss goes, oh, hey, when you go pick up your permanent laptop, get another monitor. And so now I have like 2 giant monitors plus my laptop. And I really want them out of my office and off of my craft desk. I hate them. They're big and ugly. But I was setting this stupid monitor up and knocked over my pen cup and all my pens and my scissors and all of my craft knife and my tweezers went flying, and I've been searching all over my office and I cannot find my tweezers. So then I didn't have them when I was planning the second half of this week. And the only tweezers I had were these stupid nail tweezers, and they didn't even grip my stickers well, which is why I'm using them in the most awkward way. And then I ended up needing to go buy new tweezers because I was teaching a class on Saturday, my layering class, in which I absolutely needed tweezers. Oh, that was such a mess. Yeah, so that's the tweezer story. All because I needed to pick up my new laptop for work and got some big ugly monitors. They are massive and huge and ugly. Sorry, I'm being unnecessarily dramatic about that, but I just need them out of my craft space. Back to Thursday, I marked listening to an audiobook and then also some filming. I really like the way I marked that filming with that half circle from Honey Inked. The little camera tripod is from Cami Designs, and the film script is from Artbox Stickers, and her shop is closed now. On to Friday, which was payday, the PBC sale. So much fun. Oh, so many great releases. And I'm sure I'll be hauling everything I picked up from the PBC sale in a future haul coming soon, which actually didn't go that crazy for the PBC sale. I'm pretty proud of myself. Then I'm working on some emails and turning in a report for work. The little phone icon was to mark chatting with Ray. And then I also caught up on This Is Us, one of my absolute favorite shows. And then, we had biology for dinner. I haven't gotten there yet in my planning. I'm going to pop back to Friday, but I actually moved over to Saturday because I knew what was happening on Saturday at the time that I started planning this. I knew I was going to have my live layering class that Saturday, which I marked with a little craft pen cup from Crafts by Tally, which the class ended up being really great and the feedback was amazing. Thank you guys so much. You guys are always so sweet and kind to me, but I was super frustrated because the chat feature wasn't working. And that's like a really important part of the class so that I can know that what I'm saying like makes sense and whether or not I needed to like further explain things. It was incredibly stressful. And I was like, of course I would have technical difficulties. But I'm working on figuring that whole thing out so that my next class goes much smoother. I used a bedding icon from the Pretty Pink Co to mark doing some cleaning around the house in my bedroom. Washed and rebraided my hair that day, did some editing, and then I popped back over and marked that we had biology on Friday with that pizza icon from Crafts by Towie. Finished up Saturday by assembling some balcony furniture. I'm in the process of decorating my balcony right now because the weather's warming up. Oh, hey, it's after Saturday because you can see my new tweezers. And these are awesome. Got them from the Dollar Tree. They work amazing. But I am working on decorating my balcony right now because the weather's warming up and I think it'll be nice to spend some time out there in the summer and maybe like have dinner out there or whatever. So we've got a decent amount of space on setting up sort of like a lounge area on one side of the balcony and then our dining area on the other side. And so it is a process. If you guys are interested in seeing it, let me know, and I'll probably end up sharing it in my stories, or like if we're ever doing anything out there that I feel like might be cute to share in my stories, you guys will probably end up seeing it there. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I highly recommend it. On to Sunday, I marked doing some more cleaning. One of my best friends came over. The first company I've had since this whole pandemic thing started. I haven't had any friends over in over a year, which is the craziest thing ever. And then I am marking plans change with these are two of the half mandalas from Honey Inked. And then the plans change script is a custom from Panda Bird Design. The little microphone icon is from Harriet Wright Designs, and then I also added in a cute little layering arrow from the kit just because I wanted a pop of color underneath there, because it was just the foil of the microphone and then the black and white of the script, and I was like, ooh, a little pop of color would be really nice here. So I brought in the little layering arrow just to finish that off, and I really love how that layering came out. It is so cute. But that is all. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you're all having an amazing day, and I will see you next video. Bye.